What the fuck is up, Kyle? My name is Nick. That is Paul. We are the Beantown fucking bros. And welcome back to another edition of the Bostonian Thoughts. I am very peeved off. We've been trying to 15 minutes. My camera decided doesn't want to fucking work today. But we're back. We were supposed to be on at 8 o'clock, but Paul wanted to watch the shitty fucking Bruins.
And they
lose.
just lost.
Disappoint him.
Just as of right now, final score.
You told everybody 8 o'clock. It's 10 fucking 15.
You're damn straight. We had invested our time into our Boston Bruins, and unfortunately, we invested wrong, and we ain't gonna get that back.
I had too much fucking caffeine today. Let's fucking get into it, buddy.
I had a sickness cleansing out of my system this week, so enough caffeine to keep me alive.
I had a softball game that I say I lost 40-1, but apparently it's 24-1. They lying to me. They're lying to me. I counted every fucking run.
But we gotta start with, of course, the biggest event and the most rip-off event, the NFL draft.
Yeah, Paul's balls dropped.
Not even just that. I hate the draft because it just takes way too long. I think they amp it up way too much. It's just
either it's the real draft or it's fantasy draft. Fucking pick one.
Hey, they both go too long in my opinion. But then again, half the time it's because
they do.
You know what? But fantasy drafts is no excuse. You can queue your shit.
There's not.
You can queue like 100 people, and then oh shit, you took them. Oh, go down to the next list. Boom. All right.
Everybody want to sit there and fucking take 20 minutes or
especially in the first part
draft.
If you go down to later rounds, I get it. Whatever. You're looking for that little gem you can find. But in the first 6 rounds,
where the fuck you get that gem of a t-shirt?
Hey, this one was given to me for free by my aunt. All right. They went to a playoff game and they were left on the chairs. They ended up with 2 large ones that they couldn't fit into. So
how shitty.
They were for me. We're supporting even though they're gonna fucking probably blow game 7. Let's have a full Boston meltdown.
They play tomorrow?
Yes, they play tomorrow.
Oh, I'm gonna be too busy.
I think if they're Boston, Dell, if you pay attention to this podcast, don't go.
He does pay attention.
God, don't go.
I don't think he has tickets. Should I call him?
Fucking don't go.
Call Dell. We're gonna get Dell on the phone.
Cursed man for the team. He's killing him slowly. He doesn't believe me. I almost was invited to this Bruins game. I'm glad I didn't go.
I almost bought tickets. Let's see if he answers.
Yo, what's up?
What the fuck? Are you sleeping, bro? It's only 10:18 on a Friday.
He down. He down bad.
You're going to Nashville.
I'm going to Nashville. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I should be sleeping, but you shouldn't be. What's good, bro? You're on with the Bostonian Thoughts podcast right now. And we are wondering, are you going to Game 7?
You gonna jinx them one more time?
No, you're not. So that means they're gonna win this time.
Hopefully.
All right. So, since you're live with us now, we're gonna talk Celtics real quick. What do you think about the Boston Bruins in the last 2 games lost?
You Celtics? Not the Bruins?
Celtics. My fault. The Celtics, not the Bruins. You don't watch hockey. You're black.
No,
You're black. You don't watch hockey.
Well, they have to go faster in their pace of the offense. Let Embiid be hurt, and if he's not hurt, man, he should be down right now. His ribs should be bleeding.
But your boy Tatum over there, in between quarters last night, what is Achilles? You not worried about that?
No, that's not. We got the best of the best to take care of him. We're not worried about that.
Not worried about that. We closing it out. All right. I won't keep you long. Do you think we close it out tomorrow night?
Yes, for sure. I'm a Boston Celtics
before the Knicks pound us
and throughout.
Paul wants to know before the Knicks pound us. I don't think the Knicks are pounding us.
Oh, did you see what they did to Atlanta?
We can't even make it through this round. I love them, but
the Knicks just took Atlanta to Pound Town, dude.
All right, give us a final score. You think?
Final score 120 to 90.
Oh, he thinks we're gonna dominate.
30-point domination. to that, and then we're gonna get you on the show on Monday. No, Tuesday when I get back. And if it went wrong,
I'm out Tuesday.
Oh, I'm home Tuesday. I mean, you're good, bro. No worries, bro. We'll get you on the show.
All
right. You guys heard it here first. 120 to 90, guys. 30-point deficit. All right, Dell. We'll give you a shout.
I bet.
I don't think it's gonna be a 30-point that beatdown, bro.
I think that they're gonna walk in the next round, and the Knicks are just gonna knock them right out.
I'm not worried about the Knicks because we usually play the Knicks for very well, so I'm not really worried about that shit at all.
Didn't they just beat us last time?
Yeah, it's regular season compared to playoffs, bro. We all know
that.
No,
didn't they just beat us in the playoffs last time?
Wait, fucking, he went down with an Achilles injury, and then Tatum's.
But they're saying they don't need Tatum. Have you been listening to the analytics? They're like, we don't need Tatum.
Fuck the analytics. We do need Tatum. I don't give a fuck what they say.
They're like, Tatum isn't what we need. We need Brown to do.
But he's right? When the Celtics are playing fast and they're playing their game and they're scoring and they're not missing shots, we're hard to beat. But when you're missing shots and you're missing high quality shots too, bro, that's the problem. When you're sitting there and you have good looks and you're missing, like people say, man, like we were meant to have a game 7 and it's all rigged. I agree if things are rigged, but you can't make yourself look that shitty in order to have a game 7, dude. I don't give a shit what anybody says, bro.
The Bruins did that very well tonight. They played like absolute donkey shit.
Well, I mean, when you're playing the number 1 seed, though, you know.
They shouldn't. They were number 1 seed and they got slapped around when they were number 1 seed. So I mean that means
that's the Bruins way, bro. That's the Bruins way.
When you gift wrap everything out in front of Swayman and turn it over in your own zone every single time and score legitimately 1 at max 2 goals, except for the first 2 games, they never scored more than a goal, maybe 2.
It's horrendous, bro.
There's no offense. But
the thing though too, yo, like when you're up against the boards and you need to clear the puck and you can't even get the puck out of your own zone. For I want to say legitimately for 3 periods of the game, that puck is in your zone at least 40 minutes of the fucking game.
They don't know what they're
at least. There's no way that puck should be in your zone for that long in a game, bro. You're never gonna win.
They're gonna look the same as they did last year. This year, it's gonna be the same season. They'll probably not fire the coach this year because it's his first season, so it's gonna look like the same team. Bruins are basically Red Sox limbo, which we'll touch on later. But let's get to these NFL drafts. Let's get to the gradings. Let's get to who we think actually got that grade.
Let's go.
These are
best draft pick of the best draft pick right there. Ty Simpson going number 13 or 14 overall to the Rams, bro.
We ain't there yet. It was 13. But we ain't there yet. We got to go over the grades one by one.
Best one of the draft, bro.
Sports. I think the worst draft goes to the Patriots and their fucking retarded quarterback pick. That was absolutely unnecessary and unneeded.
We're gonna go over this again.
We're gonna go into it because it was still a bad pick. It was still a bad pick. It was a bad pick. You do not need to spend a draft pick on a position you didn't need. You could find someone in the boonies of the free agency for a minimum contract. Yes, you can.
No, listen, right?
And you might as well just kept Dobbs or whatever the fuck his name was. The fucking
you're never gonna play him.
Exactly.
You were paying him, but you were paying him more money than what you're paying.
It doesn't matter. You don't waste a draft pick when your team needs all these other positions. You go, let me take a quarterback to fill out a third string pick.
All right. Do you understand, right? When you get to the 6th, 7th round, right? Half of these people are just waste picks, and none of these people are going to be on your roster.
You don't need him. That was more of a waste pick.
What did your team take in the?
You're like, I don't want a punter. I don't want a kicker.
No, because that's even worse.
Rams did not take anything wasteful at the back end picks, and they already signed everyone they took.
Yeah, but you can still cut them. Come up in a day, they might not be on your roster.
Defensive tackle, wide receiver, offensive tackle, tight end, and a quarterback. Not a single wasted in the bottom picks. Tackle. I mean, I don't know if you guys think our offensive line's fantastic because it's still not. I know everyone.
But when you take somebody in the 6th or 7th round, right?
And actually, that offensive tackle that they took was by analytics a steal of a pick at 93 in round 3. So suck on a fat one. Suck on the
Fuck
fat one.
I don't even give a fuck about analytics. It all comes down when you're in the
Patriots
dog trenches
decided
of
we
training
need
camp.
all these positional things needed, and we're gonna take a quarterback.
Would you
put him in the
rather
draft.
would you rather waste $6 million on a veteran quarterback or $400,000?
You know what?
on
You know,
a-
I'm
on
gonna
a
answer that
mi-
for you right now because none of you believe in Tommy Cutlets. I would have rather a veteran quarterback in the Patriots position. Drop the mic.
But you have the veteran.
mic.
But you have the veteran at
Nope,
QB
Tommy
too.
Cutlets is not a veteran because he has not played as many games.
He's played at least 10 games.
That's not a veteran. That is not
That
a
is
veteran.
a veteran backup.
He's
That
a
is a
veteran
veteran
bench.
backup.
No, it's not.
Exactly. He's on the
put
bench.
Put it on the polls. I guarantee you they'll tell you he's not
He's
a veteran.
on the bench for a reason.
I guarantee you, hand to God, they'll tell you he's not a veteran. That's
All
a crap
right.
veteran take.
Please-
That's a crap
please-
veteran take.
Please tell me on God, bro. On God right now.
That is the worst
Do you
veteran
think-
take I
do
think
you
I've ever heard from
Do
you.
you think that Tommy Cutlets?
This is the
if-
worst thing I've ever heard from you.
Listen. If Tommy Cutlets goes down, I mean not Tommy Cutlets. If Drake May goes down, because I know how much you love Tommy Cutlets, do you believe that he 100% could take us to the promised land?
No, everyone knows he can't. I give it shit all the time. I love his name because of his name, but he's not good or he wouldn't be a starter somewhere.
So what if this guy, right, could be the other guy to succeed if he ever
But
got
you're
hurt?
missing the point. You just claimed that you already have a veteran. You don't. That's not a veteran. He's not. He sat in the bench. He played 10 games. That's not a veteran. I would have rather you just said, hey, we're going to cut Tommy.
All right.
We're going to keep our veteran, and then I'll draft a third string nobody.
Didn't Cleveland take a quarterback?
Are you really going to pull Cleveland? Are you going to get the fuck out of here?
They have 4 quarterbacks. They have 4. Hey, I just got my camera to work. I just got it to work, bro.
Crack. Everyone here on the podcast, we're going to freeze this. We're going to clip this. We're going to put it all over the place.
This is clip. Don't worry. This is probably going to be one of the highlights right here. Don't worry about it. It's going to get clipped anyways.
They
have 4 quarterbacks.
He brought Cleveland to an argument who drafted fucking 5 quarterbacks the last draft. Like it makes Cleveland don't know how to draft. That's a horrible example.
That's not true.
That is terrible. Myles Garrett's the only good to come out of Cleveland forever.
No, you try to tell me Baker Mayfield came out of Cleveland?
Yeah, and they ruined him. And then he got his fresh start at the Rams, who then got him to Tampa.
Dude, listen, right? He didn't get ruined. They just didn't want him anymore because they wanted to go get hotshot Deshaun Watson. Look how that panned out.
That was just
I want to go get the guy to go get the tummy rug.
Nick, you're the football guy, and I gotta tell you, I think you were smoking a little bit of dopey on that example.
I don't think that's
you just
a bad
you just pulled Cleveland into an argument and acted like it was gonna save you. I'm very disappointed.
Dude, hey, Cleveland's making the playoffs this year. Deshaun's coming back.
You can never take Cleveland in any football argument ever.
Cleveland's making the playoffs this year, bro.
Cleveland's like an example of what not to do.
Cleveland's making the playoffs.
They're not. I'll be surprised if Deshaun plays, honestly.
You know what? They're going to win 8 games this year.
Because you know what? You know who got an A+, and the only team to get an A+ in their draft? The Jets. The New York Jets got an A+.
I don't even think they drafted well.
The New York Jets, let's pull up their actual draft class because for some reason CBS only focused on like the first pick.
Yeah, they only really go to the first round. They don't really give a fuck about after that. And I don't think that the Patriots should have took an offensive tackle where we were so sold on getting Will Campbell last year.
No, I'll tell you what they shouldn't have done. They shouldn't have grabbed this kid because he's in Will Campbell's position and they want to shift him to the other side. So they want to make him play the other side, but they don't want to move Campbell.
So here's a hot take I'm going to give you real quick, right? They want Will Campbell to play another year, right? At tackle to see if he could do it, right? Or another year or 2 at least. But then once they get to his 5th-year option, by that time they're going to move him over to guard. Because they're going to say he's not going to do it. And then they're going to move that kid that is originally supposed to now be there at tackle to tackle because they don't want to have to pay Will Campbell tackle money. So they move him into guard. They don't have to pay him that much now. That's exactly what they're going to end up doing.
I'm not even think it's a hot take. Like I said, I think that the wasted pick was because they took this kid and everyone's like, why'd they take this guy? He plays Will's spot, but they're not moving Will. So now they want this guy to train and look behind Morgan Moses and take over his side. So they think they could cross
Moses is going to retire after this year. They were expecting Moses to retire already this year, but he's not. I like Moses, and I think that if we can get as much time out of him as we can, that benefits from us. But I honestly think that because you drafted this kid, you put Wilson at center where he was supposed to be. Wilson should have never been at guard last year at all. Okay, so when you have Awanu and everybody, well, Awanu plays the other side. My bad. So when you have like your fill-ins, I can't think of their names off the top of my head right now. But when you have the two fill-ins who played better, filling in for Wilson and Campbell last year, that tells you something because Wilson's not a guard. He should have been at tackle. You had Bradbury, but then you end up trading Bradbury. Now you put Wilson at the actual position he's supposed to be at. There's a problem is when you draft people and then you start moving them around on the line. They're
doing what the Red Sox do.
Yeah. When you're set into a position, right? For instance, I played defensive tackle and I was an offensive guard, right? When I had to come off the defensive line to go play guard, like it's different now because now I have to pull and I have to do all these different things. When you're used to having your first step being inside and shit, you're just fucking up the whole game. I understand that we have great offensive line coaches and shit, and they're supposed to mesh and do everything, but Will Campbell and his arms, I'm sorry, like I don't care if he goes to work with whoever. Alone. Dude, whoever fucking the tackle is out of New Orleans who said that he'd help him out, right? I don't think that's gonna help him. He's just too small to play that position.
We'll only starting next season.
It's not only about his arms. Like he's not a big fucking guy. He's not a 6'7", 6'8", 300-pound fucking lineman. He's not.
Well, we'll find out come the beginning of season. But let's talk about the Jets. Couple picks here. We're not going to go too crazy on them. They took, obviously, out of the Jets, they needed a quarterback because I don't think Geno's their answer. They got theirs late in the draft.
Geno's not. And I'm going to say right now, they're tanking. I don't give a fuck who they picked up. They're tanking because
they took
everybody
David Bailey
next year.
Kenyon Sadiq, Omar Cooper Jr. They stacked up those weapons that they need for next year. And then they also got Cade Klubnik. Now, Hayes' cousin's a Jets fan, so I always text him each time they made a pick. And, I'm like, because he wanted forget which quarterback he wanted. There was another quarterback on there that got swiped right before Cade did, and he wanted him. But I was like, oh, well, you got Cade Klubnik, and he's pretty psyched for that. They had 7 full picks, and they had, 3 first-round picks, which was crazy.
They drafted a running back, right?
They did not. They did not. The running back was third pick was the Cardinals, which everyone was still on the fence about that as well.
They never drafted a running back at all?
No, the Jets did not. I know the Patriots did down at the end. They got a Bama kid.
Yeah, he's got to be kick return, though.
Raiders got an A. I don't necessarily agree with it. I think they still have long ways to go. They took Fernando Mendoza, which everyone knew they were going to take, but I don't necessarily think that gives you an A. That kid's going to get beat up all season long. He really has no wide receivers whatsoever.
If anybody needed a draft a running back, it was them.
Yeah, I mean, they got Genty.
No, Genty, I like Genty, but he proved a lot last year that he's not. And that also goes back to Kelly taking away his run style and not playing to his skill level. And that's the problem with coaches,
They drafted
man.
an RB.
Problem
they drafted
is
Mike Washington.
Look at it this way. You know it, or if you don't know it, you should know it. Every good team has a combo running back. A 1 and 2 guy. They need another guy. They do. Hopefully he's it.
I will tell you right now, the Giants got an A. A lot of people were confused with the Arvell Reese one because they said they got Abdul Carter. So why did you reach for offensive linebacker? Yeah, off the rip.
Because they got rid of Dexter Lawrence. That's why.
Yeah, which acquired the 10th pick overall. And then, they got offensive lineman Francis Mangao, arguably the draft's best tackle, they're saying. They got a cornerback and a wide receiver, Micaiah Fields. And you know what the sad part is nowadays? Malik Neighbors affected the Giants draft class because according to Course, they were looking at a wide receiver and Neighbors came out and said, if you grab a receiver and pay him more than me, there's going to be problems because that rookie would have got paid more than him, which don't get me wrong, the rookie really shouldn't be. That's kind of crazy to me. But also number 2 is like, how are you going to tell your team to not take a better option available for you? You can't be the number 1. You got hurt last season, obviously, because there's no one else taking pressure off you. I just don't understand.
I don't know, man. Everybody
listening to your players and shit like that.
Everybody that's got their own reasoning of why they say shit and do whatever, and you just make yourself look stupid by doing that.
Your Browns got an A.
They're not my Browns.
Yeah, your example Browns.
Not my Browns, though.
They took first round wide receiver Casey Conception, which we're going to get into once we get to certain teams, because they did not do anything that I thought they were going to do when a team comes up that we're going to talk about. Seahawks A-, they're saying they were the best drafted class out of that stack.
They made that stretch with that running back Pierce, man. I'm telling you right now.
I just don't like these teams are reaching for running back so quickly. Like you had Charbonnet, you just let Kenneth Walker walk. So you didn't want to pay Walker, so you're going to reach for running back when Charbonnet was your go-to guy now? Like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I just don't understand why you let players walk to just automatically go and replace them after you lose them. I mean, you clearly didn't think Walker was your long-term. You were already focused on moving on.
Walker felt disrespected. They did offer him a good amount of money, but
he carried your Super Bowl.
Realistically, though, right? Seahawks got lucky, and they played very well last year. Where do you think is the best next chance for him to win another Super Bowl? Kansas City.
I don't know. I don't know if Kansas City's going to look that good. I really don't.
They got Lemon.
They don't have Lemon. Lemon went to the Philly.
Oh, they picked up a cornerback. That's right. My fault. My fault, guys. I am wrong. Guys, wait for it. June 1st, the trade is going to be made official. AJ Brown will be a New England Patriot.
And then they'll re-sign Diggs. And then, oh, my God.
No, they're not going to re-sign Diggs. We already have Dobbs, which I don't think.
You know where Diggs is going to go? To the Chiefs.
You know where Diggs needs to go? He needs to start swinging a bat and come play for the average Joes.
But that leads us to the Eagles, who picked the guy I wanted at our 13th.
I heard Tristan Costas is looking for a team.
Fuck him. I wanted Mekhi Lemon. That's who I was hoping. That's who I thought the Rams were taking. Side note, I don't know if you watched all the fun clips that came out of Sean McVay basically shooting down Ty Simpson the way that he was talking to him on the phone. I laughed at it because you could tell McVay did not want a quarterback. I wanted Mekhi Lemon. He's been showing out in training camp already. They sent out some highlights of him. He's
he was supposed to go to the Steelers.
I don't know why they didn't take him either. That's crazy to me.
Because Philly hopped them.
Yeah.
Philly made that trade to hop in front. You didn't hear?
No.
He's on the phone. He's on the phone with the Steelers, right?
No.
And Philly's trying to call him. but he's already on the phone.
Tell him he's been taken.
So the pick comes in, and he's like, "What the fuck? I'm going to Philly."
Well, I guess that also sealed the deal that
he still went to Pennsylvania. He just went to Pennsylvania. He just didn't go to that side of Pennsylvania.
Green Bay got an A-. I didn't even see them really draft anyone of note. Wasn't really too focused on Green Bay drafts. Here's the team. This is the team that I'm going to bring up because I can't believe what I saw. Buffalo Bills. They kept trading down. They kept trading down. I was expecting them to hunt wide receivers like crazy. I was expecting them to take Casey Conception. I was expecting them to take someone. And they kept trading out. They got a B+. I think they played the worst draft of all because they need more offense. Josh Allen's going to be throwing to DJ Moore. Now DJ Moore's going to get hurt more because he's going to be the sole target of all the fucking pressure.
You want to know why? I'm not mad with them?
Because they got worse?
No.
It makes it easier for you guys.
They did that to get more picks in the draft, and then they did that to also get more picks next year. But I don't think that they drafted bad with how many picks that they were able to bring in.
I just don't understand why you keep trading down. I don't understand
Or
what
do
the
you get more
tactics
picks in like the second and the third round? Because like a lot of receivers were not going in the first round, so a lot of those same receivers were on the board. We took a tight end, but they didn't take the tight end I wanted them to take.
Let's see who the Bills actually took. So they took a wide receiver in round 4, Skylar Bell, UConn.
Not bad.
That was the sole offensive weapon they took. The rest they
Bell?
got a linebacker, cornerback, offensive tackle / guard, their wide receiver, linebacker again, safety, defensive tackle, cornerback, punter, and a guard. So, I mean, I understand trading for more picks, but I just don't think they needed absolutely all defensive weaponry. I don't agree with the tactics. Like, you still need offense badly. Moore's not going to be able to do it all himself. I'm sorry. They try to make one guy a workhorse in Buffalo, and it never worked except for when Diggs did it. So
here's the thing, right? I like Bell. I've seen Bell play plenty of times actually in person. And I don't think he is a bad guy. I don't think he's a bad pickup at all. He's technically was ranked pretty high. I think due to him playing in UConn is a lot of the reasoning why he didn't go higher. He gets open in space. He can go get the ball. I don't think that's going to be that's bad for them. I think that him with DJ Moore are actually going to be a pretty good combination.
We got Baltimore. Baltimore next took a B+, and then they signed that runner-up to the Heisman as a late sign-on. Everyone's making fun of him right now, that fucking kid. They're making fun of him like the Brucey memes, like it's Brucey's time. I think he was retarded. I apologize for using that word, but I think he didn't use an agent.
Gonna get his fucking canceled, Paul.
He made all the wrong choices. NFL's competitive. You need an agent. Cool, you want to do it yourself? I get that, but I'm happy paying 10% if I'm going to get a nice fucking fat stack of cash.
Not when you got to pay the jock tax.
You got to pay it anyway. So just don't, don't be a jock. Tell them you're not a jock.
You're
like, I'm a football player, but I'm not a jock.
That's a jock.
Like, I don't wear jock straps. I don't wear one. Like, I don't wear one, so you can't count it. Miami wound up picking 13 players. They got a B, which was crazy. They had 13 fucking picks. Cincy took a B. San Fran took a B. A lot of people were reaming out San Fran's picks. They were like, you realize nothing you've taken was even remotely close to the board.
That's Kyle Shanahan for you.
So, they didn't even take. I don't think they took a wide receiver, which they desperately need, and they can't. Apparently,
Brandon Ayuk's not even taking calls from.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
None of his teammates know where the hell he's at. He's missing in action.
So I was wrong. The Niners in their first pick of round 2 took Dijon Stribling, Ole Miss.
Yeah, he's not bad.
They took a running back, defensive tackle, offensive tackle, cornerback, and Jaden Duggar. Let's see. Your Pittsburgh Steelers got a B, and they're still waiting on who.
Yeah, they put it like I call it a transition tag, but it's not a transition tag. It's something else. I have to look up the name of it again. But they can match whatever offer he gets now. But if he wants to sign and he waits till training camp to sign, once you hit training camp, he can only sign with the Steelers.
They picked Max Ionacre. I have fucking no idea. That's such a weird last name. Offensive tackle, Arizona State with their first round pick. That looked like that was going to be the Mekhi Lemon pick, and they had to switch to an offensive tackle. And then this following round,
he's not a bad tackle.
Round 2, they grabbed Jermaine Bernard, the wide receiver out of Alabama. Roll Tide.
Bernard's not. It's just hard to pick anybody really at Alabama because of how bad.
I think this is the quarterback that James wanted. They took Drew Aller. That's who they took round 3. I think James wanted him for the Jets. Then they did take another wide receiver / returner in Caden Wetjen, Iowa. and a wide receiver / running back out of Navy, Eli Heinderich. He's from Navy. So they took 3 wide receivers, although I've never seen an RB wide receiver mix. That was kind of new. Saints,
it's because they run the triple option.
Saints B. I'm actually kind of curious to see one other team that got, I think it was a B-. I do want to see the Texans picks because they are close each year, but they just can't figure it out, and they get bad hurt people on their team. Let's see. So their only wide receiver pick came in round 6. They took Lewis Bond out of BC, Boston College.
Bond. They really took Bond, huh?
Yeah, James Bond. No. So they didn't have a great one, to be honest.
Seen him play a lot too.
Let's see you boys in Kansas City. Let's see what they walked away with, because I didn't pay too close attention to the Chiefs.
It's my mom's boys, not my boys.
You love them too.
No.
You love Kermit the Frogs, Mahomes.
Fucking hate Mahomes.
So their first pick was Mansour Delane, the cornerback out of LSU.
Yep.
To obviously replace McDuffie, who they traded to my team, the Rams, in the offseason.
They got beat on the outside a lot last year, even though they had McDuffie. So you guys better watch out.
That doesn't surprise me. We always get something wrong with someone that we take. The only wide receiver they took was Cyrus Allen. They took a running back out of Nebraska, Emmett Johnson, as well. And they even took in pick 7. Now, had the Patriots took it in pick 7, it might have been okay. Pick 7, they took Garrett Nussenmeyer. What a last name. I can tell you some of these last names. But now we're up to bat.
Where was he at again? I know that name.
LSU.
Thought so.
Now we're on to Nick's boys. We're going to pull up their picks by pick. Round 1, 28th pick, NFL draft, Caleb Lomu. Utah, they traded up, which I had never known the Patriots to trade up very often. So
no, we usually trade back.
I was going to say, I was quite confused. And you know what makes me wonder is because I don't think Vrabel was there, so I don't know who was making all these shot calls.
No, round 1 he was there. He wasn't there for round 3.
Round 2 they took Gabe Yakus, edge rusher out of Illinois, which I heard he's a pretty good pick from where they got him. Now, here's where everyone's saying the Patriots got the steal of their draft. Round 3, pick 95, everyone's saying they found the new Rob Gronkowski and Eli Reardon, tight end out of Notre Dame. Nick's not agreeing with, he's shaking his head.
I wanted the kid from
Vanderbilt. Which one was he?
Stelz, I think, is his last name.
So you didn't like Reardon. Surprising. They said he was the number 3 tight end.
I don't mind that, but I felt like we need somebody who is like Hunter Henry, who could block and still catch. I mean, if he's going to play like Gronk and he's going to be physical, then I don't see a problem with it. But if he's going to be as broken as Gronk, then I don't want it.
All right, I'll lean back a little bit from my quarterback hate only because I'm now seeing that it wasn't 6, it was 7th, but it was their first pick.
Yeah, I mean, it's
however, fine. I will say
you didn't need those though. I really wanted Stows. I don't mind Reardon. Notre Dame always produces very well when it comes to people entering the draft. And
he's 6'6", 245.
Iowa does too. I mean, look at who's come out of Iowa that have been receivers and tight ends. You know what I mean?
Yep. They got another offensive tackle, Demetrius Crownover, Texas A&M. They ended up taking Nnamdi Obazar, linebacker. The quarterback who I've never heard of anyway, Behren Morton, Texas Tech, selected as a developmental behind Drake May and Tommy DeVito. I like the running back's name more than anything, Jam Miller. Fucking from Alabama, 5'10", 209 running back.
Miller's a little shifty guy.
And they also took a BC boy in Quintavious Hutchins, edge.
Yeah, I saw that.
6'3", 233-pound rusher, providing depth. But I will say, you got Efton Chisholm and all them, those late round guys who are looking to prove themselves. Sometimes they can outbeat them first rounders, if they out here trying to make a name. Now we'll go to my boys anyway, because I feel like if I go through yours, I should go through mine.
Yeah, so we'll end it with the draft talk on Paul's. But real quick, do you have anxiety? Do you need a nice, comfy, weighted sweater or blanket? Do you need some luggage? Does your dog need a sweater? What about some new gym wear? Okay, guys, go to comfort.com/Paul242. Get your gear today. Get your 15 to 20% off. It's worth it. You save $5-10 per item.
Guaranteed you will get more.
I got a bunch. It's comfy. I'm wearing it right now. I gotta wash mine because I got the pizza sauce on it earlier, which really upset me because this is my favorite one. But go to Paul. Go to comfort.com/Paul242. Get yours today. Run it, Paul. Tell me how the Rams did.
Again, I don't agree with their 13th pick, but I can objectively say it as a Rams fan. I don't think we needed Ty Simpson right this moment. You also probably could have still got him lower because I don't think anyone really had eyes for him.
I think you guys had better options at quarterback. I don't know what the fuck your GM was thinking that they needed to go get Ty Simpson. Again, I'm an Alabama fan. I will stress I love my Alabama.
Les Snead loved him. I don't know what it was. Les Snead had a thing with him.
I don't know why. This guy is trash.
Yep.
He's the reason why Alabama has been the way that they were. Everybody can say Kellen DeMore too is not a great coach. We need to bring back in Nick Saban. Fucking love Nick Saban. I love the commercials he's making now. Don't go buy and rent with him because you ain't gonna be able to take a 10-minute shower. Love the commercials. I love him on ESPN College Game Day too now. But besides the point is the fact that he's not it.
Like I said, I wanted Mekhi Lemon at 13. That's who I had my hopes set on. And then again in round 2, they picked the tight end they didn't need.
You guys needed another edge rusher to go opposite. What's his name?
Which one? Jared Verse?
Yeah, to go on the opposite side of Jared Verse, man. Or you guys needed
I think they were originally thinking they were going to be
tackle.
inside of that trade for Max Crosby or Trey Hendrickson. That's who I thought initially they were going to make that move for.
Listen, buddy, right? A lot of those ones went before you guys that were better options. But there was still a lot more options for you guys to get the defensive help that you guys needed. You guys got ate up on the run up the middle, bro. All season. Like,
that doesn't surprise me. Fisk is our best run stopper, and sometimes he can't do it by himself. He's probably our best guy.
To get a young guy who's raring up and is hungry to play, that is the best time to go get somebody that is a better option than half of these veteran guys. or Jared Verse.
They ended up getting Max Clare, tight end Ohio State, which again I thought should have been an earlier wide receiver pick. We already have like 6 tight ends. They got Keegan Trost, who again they're saying he was a steal at offensive tackle at round 3, 93rd pick. The first wide receiver pick didn't come until 6, which was CJ Daniels, wide receiver Miami. A lot of people saying he's resemblant of Devontae Adams, and he molded his game after Devontae Adams, so that could be a positive for Sean McVay.
To go play with him for a year or two.
Yeah, and then their last pick ended up being Tim Keenan, defensive tackle, Alabama. Roll Tide.
Love Alabama, man. I'm telling you, man. A lot of people come out of there. I mean, I think it's a solid draft for sure.
I feel like if I went to Alabama, I could make it in a football team. I feel like if I just say I'm from Bama, they'd be like, "You want a team? I got you. Roll Tide."
I don't think you guys needed a tight end either.
I don't at all.
It doesn't hurt to have another tight end. It never does, as long as it's somebody that's probably going to be there to block. I don't think we needed another tight end for the Patriots either, but I still think that with
they're saying that Hooper didn't Hooper leave or whatnot, or he's getting out the door.
Hooper ended up going back to Atlanta.
Yeah, so they needed at least one more tight end now to get up there with Henry. And Henry's leaving, I think, at the end. I thought everyone said Atlanta was going to trade him. That was the emerging rumors.
All right, guys, let's get into the more depressing news. I understand we go back and forth on this stuff every week. It's been a new thing. It's a gut punch. Did I not? I thought it was gonna be more
That's a
than
weak
that.
punt. You mean like,
It was definitely a weak punch.
like getting shot.
But let's get into it. Do you want to start it off, or do you want me to go on my tirade and just fucking start
You
yelling?
can start. I don't care. I'll let you start this one.
The Boston fucking Red Sox go and disappointed us again. They went and did it again. They fired Alex Cora last weekend after winning the game 17-1. And everything that's come out so far about this, all the behind the scenes that are including last year and what the hell is going
I gotta
on
pause
now.
you real quick just for a second, dude. Can you imagine that conversation from a meme standpoint? You just won 17-1. The owner or whoever had to do it to him, I think it was Breslow.
They all flew
was fucking, hey, come into my office real quick. Oh, did you guys see that 17-1 game? We're coming back. We're looking good, y'all. Yeah, we're letting you go. Like, just a fucking
it shocked all of us.
I mean, to me, it didn't. I figured something was coming. I just didn't know that.
You could have done it during the Yankee series when you got swept against your rivals and say you look like trash. You could have done it the series before that. The problem is when you come in and you win a game 17-1, and you look at him in the eyes and say, we're firing you, and you got to go to your fan base now and tell everybody, we just fired our manager after winning 17-1. All right? Like, that's like, dude, like, we won a game, and now you're fucking firing him? And then you want to call up Tracy, bro? Like, I understand that Tracy's been around the game, and he's been around some, great organizations like the Dodgers and stuff, and he's learned a lot. But there's a reason why he is a AAA manager and not an MLB manager. He doesn't have what it takes to be in the show. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't give a fuck if you try to tell me that he's the best option that we have. I don't care. The problem is that the fact is that everybody's getting fired, right? You got the Phillies manager getting fired after making the playoffs where he almost went to the World Series and shit. It's like, what are we doing when it comes to MLB, bro? Like, we're just going to start firing good coaches. I understand that you don't like Alex Cora, bro, and I'll let you get to that in a minute, bro. But at the end of the day, the hot take is that he got himself fired because of the dumpster fire that the Boston Red Sox keep doing with not bringing in people, not paying anybody. What you fire somebody with what you give them and they cannot produce, it's the fucking team, it's themselves. Okay, and then Grishek got going on the IL after all that bullshit, after this fucking shit happening, is the fact that your pitching staff is not taking care of your pitchers and helping them be the best that they could be. You got Brian fucking Bello, whatever the fuck his name is. I'm so fired up right now. He sucks. Get him the fuck out of here, bro.
Oh, you don't say.
I don't give a fuck about him. Bring up somebody else. Go sign somebody that's still in the free agency. Do something. Do something, because you're not showing us that you want to win. And as a fan base, I'm speaking for all of Red Sox Nation. Sell the fucking team and give it to somebody who wants to fucking win and bring back titles to fucking Boston.
Explosion.
Take it away.
Well, we've had this discussion at large. I am not exactly happy, but I'm not exactly upset either. I don't like Cora from my own standpoint reasons. I think a lot of Boston fans are a little bit.
No, hold on real quick before you start going, because I know where you're going with this. Craig Breslow came out to the fucking media and said it was him who wanted Roman Anthony at the top of the fucking lineup.
Oh, no. I don't really care about that. And you know what's funny
is
he lost that.
Who are you as a fucking GM to tell your manager where he's batting people? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Run it, bro. Now you can go.
My thing is, regardless of that, he ended up losing that to Tracy because that's obviously not how the lineup's gone since, and it's been better for the team. So if that was the case and whatsoever, it doesn't matter at this point. It's over, underdone because Cora's gone. I think Red Sox fans, there's a 50-50 crowd on this. Some of them are really deep cocking Alex Cora, and I don't agree with it. He got us one World Series win. He got us in the playoffs a couple times, but the team has ultimately not looked amazing either. And I get it. They haven't signed no big names. That's okay, because you know what? Look at the Rays right now. They're kind of like they tried to imitate the Rays. The Rays made a lot of bullshit out of nothing. They got the picks. What's his face, who originally was the GM before Breslow, was the one who made the Rays into a contender, and then they let him go when they started floundering. And now the Rays are back on top with practically nothing built from nothing. They're not paying anyone huge chunks except for, I think, Chamero, however the fuck you say his name, who everyone loves. But I think this is ultimately, in my opinion, since he's left, it's looked better so far. So it's kind of hard to justify that the firing was wrong, too. Because I understand
I get that, dude. When you start having a fire sale for no reason, by the way, you let Mookie go. You trade him away. He wanted to be here. He was going to wait till the end of the season to negotiate with you guys to get his contract.
I don't agree with that one.
You let Bogey go. Bogey wanted to stay here. You didn't see his worth. Chris Sale getting hurt. Trade him away. Next year wins a Cy Young. You just let everybody go. Before that, David Price, you trade him away. You trade all these fucking. I understand you, dude. I know you did. But I'm just saying, though, right? You end up paying money for players at the wrong time.
I can tear into all of them except for the Bogarts one. The Mookie one kind of pissed me off because, yes, I want Mookie to stay here. I felt like he was bullshitting that he came out and said, I want to stay here, because he ended up leaving over wanting Trout money. And I love Mookie, but he's not Mike Trout. I'm sorry. Prime Mike Trout was
here's the problem, though. When we talk about 10 or 20 million, we're not talking about 50, 60, 70 million.
Oh, no, it was 300 versus 350 that he signed for. So he wanted 50 million gap.
He wanted 320, right? And then the Dodgers gave him 350 after they trade him.
But someone who was willing to pay him that.
but at the end of the day, though, you said no to 20 million. He said, okay, I'm gonna wait it out. So you didn't want to let him wait it out because you wanted him to sign when you wanted him to sign.
Don't forget they got to win the deal. We've been over that.
We understand that, but at the end of the day, right? Who's still producing? Not Bogarts. Maybe we won the Bogarts argument.
I say Mookie's downhill right now. He's been getting injured on this season. He hasn't been as efficient.
But his numbers are always there.
Yeah, his
numbers are always there.
Season, but he's starting to hit his back slope. That's what I'm saying.
But he's also older now.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But the first five years of that deal, right? The first 5 years of that deal worth almost 6.
But
so
also,
basically,
you got to take into fact that the LA Dodgers are not just a Mookie Betts franchise.
No,
that's the thing.
Now they're not.
They have Shohei. They have.
But look at it this way, though.
An all-star team themselves.
No, I know, but look at it this way, right? You knew at the back end of that deal he was going to be older. So the last 4 years or so, at some point, I said they trade him this year. They might trade him next year. But you got to look at that, though, right? They got 6 to 7 good years out of him. They won that deal.
Oh, that's
fair to say?
The Dodgers got their World Series out of him 100%. But again, the Dodgers comparison to any team is it's irrelevant. The Dodgers have an open checkbook policy. Always will. And it's great for them. So it's great for
They got 3 World Series out of him.
Oh, I know. I'm not going to say it's all Mookie, though. They had Shohei when those hit. They had Freddie Freeman. They have Will Smith. They have Kyle Tucker, who they didn't even need. If Teoscar Hernandez, they even took Kike from us, and he was, in my opinion, still a better bat for us than when we let him go.
No, he was sloping hardcore when we let him go.
Yeah, and, we're not looking any better. I mean, look at our 2 slopers right now. Durant finally snapped out of it and hit a 3-run bomb today. My problem is now the Red Sox are also screwed with Bayo because they've shown that he sucks. And you have to trade him because you have this kid who just came up and won his first game. You have Sonny Gray on the IL and you have Crochet on the IL. You've called up Tolley and this other kid. So where are you putting all these pitchers? You're going to have a clusterfuck jam of a pitcher's issue. This other kid just beat the team, the Houston, who slapped us when you were out there. So they got to win on Houston. I think that they're in trouble. I think they're going to jam up now, not only in the outfield, but now they're going to jam up everywhere else too. They're jamming up in the pitcher column. They're in trouble. They didn't want to trade people. They don't want to. They want to feel like they win the trades. They want to feel like they win the bidding on people. They're going to get stuck.
Yeah, but that's when's enough, man.
Well, with Joe Henry, it's never enough. He's been booed out of his own stadium. He's invited people who've gotten booed out of his stadium lately. When he invited Wu and fucking Healy there, they got booed out of the stadium.
Hey, real quick,
fucking
Joe Henry is the wrestler.
Hey, you know what? He's wrestling with the Boston fans, so
it's John Henry.
Doesn't matter. He's wrestling with the Red Sox fans. I'll use the comparison. Last time we were there, he got booed out. We were there when he was at he showed up to that winter game that we went to on ice, and he showed up, and people booed him out of there. He can't step foot in Fenway in public. I don't understand how he hasn't understood we don't want him, but
listen,
he just wants the money. He's got a soccer club he cares more about.
Can I ask you one question? How's the Pittsburgh Penguins doing?
Oh, yeah, they made the playoffs. They lost.
But realistically, for player-wise, how are they doing?
Their goaltending sucks, but they do have some prospects. They're not hurting like another NHL team I could name a couple.
So they pay their players?
They pay Crosby.
Okay.
They haven't paid anyone else because a lot of them are still all, should I say, more on their rookie side of things.
Cool.
Hockey's also quicker turnover on rookies. Oh, he doesn't own them anymore. He sold them.
When did he sell them?
I think 2 years ago or a year ago. From what I was told, he sold them. I don't know if that's true or not, but I saw it posted. Yeah, his majority stake is being sold.
He sold the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And it says here, too, still owns the Penguins, but his direct majority stake is being sold.
So he owned Pittsburgh Pirates, sold them to buy the Red Sox. And he owns the Penguins, he owns us, Liverpool, and then he owns a racing team.
Yeah, but he has no say in the Penguins in this because he sold the majority stake.
Yeah.
So he owns them and he gets paid from them, but he has no control in the team.
I don't think he ever really had control of the team, but it's at the end of the day though, like he has so much.
He only cares about Liverpool. He doesn't care about the other ones. He doesn't care about anything. He loves soccer. Like that's his baby.
No, they hate him in Liverpool too because he doesn't spend nothing.
Oh, I know, but he loves soccer is what I'm saying. He cares.
Tell him to go fuck himself. That's all I give a shit about.
I mean,
at the end of the day, dude, it's like we need to do what's best. You know, they say what's best for business. What he's doing is not best for business. That's the problem.
I wonder what he did that made him set up for this.
He came up with an algorithm for stocks and stuff, and they say like it's like bean trading or some shit.
And he started trading corn and soybean futures.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. whatever algorithm he did with that, that's how he got his shit.
That's fucking crazy, man. Can you imagine that shit? He grew up a fan of St. Louis Cardinals. I'm not even on my StreamYards thing.
Oh, there you go. That's why.
Yeah, I was looking at his Wikipedia page. That's fucking crazy. So he partnered with Tom Warner, the New York Times, and other investors to found New England Sports Ventures in a successful bid to buy the Red Sox from the Yawkey Trust headed by John Harrington.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy. So the company has since become majority owner of English Premier League club in Liverpool, Pittsburgh Penguins, New York Sports Network, Fenway Park, Fenway Sports Management, and other assets.
Yeah, he's got mad money, but he can't do shit with the Red Sox, man. I'm telling you, man.
It made its first foray into European sports and unfortunately did not win its bid for the French League One club, Olympique de Marseille, thank God. They're trying to keep him out of there, I guess. They were going to demolish Fenway Park and build a new stadium.
Yeah.
And Henry blocked it. He renovated Fenway Park, among other things, adding seats. I mean, I kind of do. If they would have switched the chairs the right way, that would have been a plus. for God's sakes. But, I don't think that would be that difficult of a renovation, and they make it seem like it'd be fucking impossible to do. Or make some wider seats. Just a little bit wider seats. No one wants to go to the games anyway. When we're there, it's like half of them are empty.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know anymore. I just think that they need to do something, and I don't think it's gonna happen this year, and I don't think it's gonna happen next year. Guarantee you, Breslow is next to go.
They'll fire him. However, if Tracy works out, they won't fire him. So it's all on Tracy. If Tracy does,
but then if Bregman comes out talking about, I had to sit down with him last year to convince him not to fire Cora last year, and it's like, dude, get the fuck out of here, bro. You just want some part of everything that's going on now. It's like, bro, Breslow didn't want you here. He didn't want Devers, and neither of you guys are here.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really care for the Devers trade, to be honest. I mean, that one kind of like it made no sense because you let Bregman walk. That was the biggest problem with it. That was the biggest issue.
That is, and it's gonna haunt us for years to come, bro.
I mean, he's been looking okay on the Cubs. He doesn't look fantastic. He's looking kind of like where he was with us, about the same, about average. But better than Durbin.
Right. Definitely better than Durbin.
Durbin 100%. Needs to figure that out. I'm honestly losing faith in that kid. He needs to figure it the fuck out.
I am too. It's fucking stupid. He hit a home run finally, and I just don't know.
He's JBJ Jr. all over again.
I don't think so. I just think that we don't know how to coach young kids.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the pitching staff coaching. I don't know if they're the ones who got let go.
I think Bailey. No, he didn't. Bailey should have got fired too.
Because you can't blame the early pitching failures on Cora. That's the only thing I give him. He's not the pitching coach, but
all right, guys. I'm going to Nashville tomorrow, and
I
need to go to bed soon because I got an early flight.
He's going to see Luke.
Don't mean to cut it short. 56 minutes really isn't cutting it that short, to be honest. But we will be here next week. Tuesday is my birthday. I'm in Nashville on Monday. So maybe look for us to be on Wednesday, 9:00 as usual. Sorry for the lateness today.
Sports to watch. So.
Yeah, so Paul can't push it back any longer now because the Bruins are gone.
The cough is gone.
Paul's going back to work soon, so we will strictly have to be on that Monday schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So unless Paul's going to do it from work, which I doubt he's going to.
No, I can't do that. That's inappropriate for me, unfortunately.
So if not, maybe Sunday night. If depends on him, depending on how he works out. What's that?
That's the chip that you gave Mike that's been sitting in my house since you brought it here.
It's yours now? Great.
He forgot it, so.
No, it's yours now. Fuck him. Mike, if you watch this, fuck you, bro. Last time I fucking be nice. Well, all right, guys. Thank you for watching the Bostonian Thoughts. We are the Beantown Bros. Yes, I understand there's a Beantown Bros podcast. That was my show with my buddy Alex. We are now, I think, going to probably transition into have that be our thing. We are the Beantown Bros. That's Bostonian Paul. I am Bostonian Nick, also a.k.a. Big Nick. We will catch you guys next week.